everybody, welcome back to Crafting with SNK. Today I'm going to take you on a tour of our Kingdom of Tulania that we've built over the past 7 months. And in part 1 of the video series, we're going to start with our castle. So ready or not, let's get into it. So let's head up through the front gates and into our grand hallway. But if we want to stop here first, we can say hello to our guards, Steve and John. Hi, boys. And then we will continue on our way. So here is the grand entry. This side leads to outdoors, which we will get to later. And then this side we'll step into is our grand dining hall. So there's a pantry with food and snacks. We've got the table and chairs, which are made of rare nether materials we traded with a fellow kingdom for. And then out the window has a pretty nice view of some of the watchtowers, just the castle grounds, and then part of the town. All the windows are beautiful stained glass, different colors. And then here is the kitchen where the chefs and servants work. This window overlooks a cute little pond and this wooden structure that Kay built. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it looks nice. This side just looks down into the hallway, which is actually where we're going to head next. So down here, let's head to the right first and down into our guest hall where fellow kingdom leaders or representatives can come and stay if they want to make a trade deal with our kingdom or whatever leaders usually do. So there's 4 rooms with the closest kingdom's flags representing them. This just looks out to the path. And then we can check out this one here. This flag actually is from the second kingdom we've started work on. So we'll take a peek. They're all decorated the same, they're just different colors. So this one's green to match the flag, kind of. It's got plenty of storage, a nice big window, books, beds. So yeah, there's another one, it's orange. So they're all the same, just different colors, which is nice. And then if we head up across the way, we will come into our storage area where we keep all our materials and gems and just precious things. So there's chests, and then the lava wall, and then up these stairs. That door leads to outside, which again we'll get to. There's another portal on this side, which we haven't started building in there yet, but I think we might. And then this door here leads down into the Royal Enchanting Room, which does have the 15 bookshelves around it, so it's full power. That's all that's in here, though. So we'll head back out to the main area, and we'll go up the stairs and check out the second floor. So this pops us out into a seating area. I have no idea how that cow got in here. We'll worry about that later. So yeah, seating area over here. There's this statue that Kay made. I don't know what it is, but it's fun, so we left it. This hallway is just cute. I had a lot of fun decorating it. There's windows here you can look out if you're tall, which I unfortunately am not. And then up here is our art gallery with paintings and then precious materials and gems and other things that I thought were cool. We got some fancy armor, a stained glass window, and then over here overlooks the dining hall, so you can kind of use that big window as a view from up here too. Back over this way, we can go on the deck and check out the castle's backyard, if you will. That cow's still here. Where'd it go? So you can see the path and the trees. There's one of the watchtowers. This looks over there. So there's the farms over that way, which we'll get to. This roof closest to me is actually the enchanting room, and those 2 are the guest hall. So kind of give you a layout. And then back down this way, we've got the cool soul fire. And then down here it leads into the bigger of the 2 towers. Oh my goodness, hello guys. I don't know how they got in here. Anyways, so there's storage down on this bottom floor. The second story is sleeping space, storage space for guests or the guards or whoever's going to be staying here. And then this one just has some random things I thought looked nice. Photography table, the banner maker, and then this top floor is where the surveillance actually happens, so you can see out on most of the sides. So that one overlooks the same way as the dining room. That's backwards. This one just kind of looks at a wall, which isn't entirely useful. And that looks at the town if you want a sneak peek. And then if we head back all the way, we can go up to the third floor, which is where both the king's quarters and the servants' quarters are. Oh, actually, we have this meeting hall I always forget about. So this is where the king can do his war planning or just have meetings with other kingdom leaders or whatever else you would do in a meeting room. I am not a king, so I don't really know. So there's that. This is the map of at least half of the town. I couldn't get it to do the full thing for some reason, so there's that. And then this is that watch area that comes in the grand entry. So back this way is stairs, and we'll head up to the servants' quarters, which straight in you just get their sleeping space, the bedroom, and then over on this side is where they can do weapons repairs for the guards or just the king himself. And then this is like their relaxing area. The kitchen's here for them. And they have a pretty nice view of the castle grounds. And then if we head all the way back down these ladders and up the stairs to the highest point in the castle, we hit the king's chambers. So we've got a nice bookshelf wall with storage. Over here is the big bed, and of course he has the wither skeleton skull over there. There's a painting, and then this is like his lounge area. There's a couch, and then the windows to look out the back that go all the way to the ceiling. And then if we head up these stairs, we've got a nice deck that overlooks the front. Down there is that pond we could see from the kitchen. And then this is just like a hangout space to do whatever. Kay and I couldn't figure out what to actually put up here, so we just kind of left it open. So I'm gonna cut real quick, and then I'll meet you back down at the door to get outside. All right, here we go. We'll take a peek at all the fun stuff out here. Here's the second tower that's attached to the castle. It's the same style as all the watchtowers, but this one just basically has a spiral staircase taking up the whole inside, so we're not gonna look at it. It's kind of, it sucks, if I'm being honest, which is my own fault. But anyways, here is the fountain that they have on the castle grounds. It looks like a soldier kneeling. I really like this one. I think it's cool. So there's like flowers and stuff, benches around it. On the opposite side of that, we've got this gazebo that's made of leaves. I liked it so much I actually put one in the town too. So this is just like hangout area again for whoever. Up this way, we can follow the path through the pink forest and we'll come to the farmer's hut where they can live or just temporarily stay, whichever. So we'll come in, there's some storage. We have this window that looks into the animal pen, so we've got the sheep, the cows, and the pigs, and if you go over there to the right is the chickens. Up the stairs, we've got a couch that just kind of looks at the wall, but it could be nice for lounging. And then up here is the bedroom, and down under this roof right here is actually where the chickens are. You just, for some reason, can't see any of them. So here's the kitchen, and then we'll head back out into the horse pens, which is here. A lot of them look the same, and I'm not gonna lie, they are related, but we have quite a few. They're all tame. And then we've got the wheat field, the potatoes, and then the carrots and berries over here. We've got another watchtower, which if you come back for part 2, I will go in one of them while we're touring the town. They're all decorated the same inside, just some slight color differences of things. And then there's Kay's Happy Guest over there. And again, the same building we were just in. And I'll show you the chickens so you know I'm not lying. And then we'll take the path back inside. And I think that is probably where we're going to end this video because there's not much else here. So here's the chicken. See, I didn't lie to you. I gotta get the eggs, so I'll do that later. It's getting a little crowded in there. So back through this path, it's pretty nice. I think it's giving fancy forest vibes. But this just takes us back to the door in the storage space. So yeah, that is the tour of our Tulanian castle. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Come back for part 2, where we will go over the whole town that we've built, which was a majority of our time spent on this world so far. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye!